I am losing money to be in a TV show.
I actually did not lose money on that job. I ended up doing pretty well for myself. This was an acting job for a show that is now on Netflix called Miss Governor. I'm gonna tell you exactly how much I made to say one line, but first, here's a little more backstory. Essentially, the show shot in Atlanta, and I was hired as a local hire. That means I was responsible for my flights, hotels, everything as if I lived there locally. Now, my brother lives in Atlanta, so aside from the flights, I don't really have to pay for much. However, you might remember that this time last year in Atlanta, there was a hurricane, and that derailed all of my plans. After I had already gotten to Atlanta, they decided to move my shoot day to the following week. However, I had stuff back in New York in between the old shoot date and the new shoot date, so now I had to pay for an extra flight back and forth. With the rate of a co-star being around $1,000, my flights, the Ubers, I thought I wasn't gonna make any money. However, when I got back to Atlanta the following week, my shoot date was pushed again. This time it was pushed with less than 12 hours of notice, so per SAG regulations, my agent was able to ask for another day of pay. What started as $1,324 became another $1,324, plus we went into overtime the day that I did end up filming, and then several months later when they were in post-production, they decided that they needed to recapture my one line in an ADR session. If you add up all of these amounts, it ends up being $3,757. I had to pay my agent 10%, and then once you deduct my flights, I still end up making close to $3,000. And that is how much I made for a one-line co-star in a Netflix show.